Okay, today what we're gonna be doing is taking these nice number 55 shoes, and as you can see, the heel is gone. A little distress on the shoe. We're gonna change the heels and put a new heel on it. Let's go, see what we got. Now, as I showed you, we have these shoes with the bad heels. Here at Creative Shoe Repair, what we do is I'm gonna take this old heel off. Now there's little, we call nipples, I like to say nipples, on your shoe. So I'm just gonna pop those nipples off and place them right back in these little holes, so I have something that my nails can catch. So I'm gonna just place them back in there. Simple. Sometimes you take your hammer, knock them in there. This one is already taken off, so you want to apply just a thin layer of glue. Try not to get any on your material, so we're gonna just deep, 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 deep. Now, with this glue, the commercial glue that we use, if you do get anything on the material, I suggest that you wipe it immediately. Don't let the glue dry. It'll damage the material and it'll make a mess. So after I do that, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get heel plug for you. I use Vibram, and I just want to measure that, make sure that's all right. Get my pen, mark where I want it cut. Then I'll actually, you're not gonna see this part, but I actually have a machine that cuts it. But I could also go this route with my handy box cutter. And I'm gonna cut that. Then I'm gonna measure that one by the other one, like so. Gonna measure that way. That way I can get an accurate cut. And then come on down. I'm gonna apply a small amount, thin layer. Sometimes less is better, but we're gonna work it out. I'll put a thin layer there of glue, let that dry. Then I'm gonna come here again, another thin layer of glue, let that dry. Now that you have your heel in place, I use blue brass nails, and just gonna tap that into the block, and you want to make sure you catch the nub in there, because that's going to give you the most. I could have let this glue dry just a little bit longer, but for video purposes, gonna do that. We're gonna kind of leave it you want to let your glue dry 10-15 minutes, just depending on how much you use. Or there's also a few ways that you can make the glue dry faster. You can use a heating gun, or if you're not as fortunate to have a heating gun, a simple solution is a lighter. So as you can see, this glue is highly flammable. I don't know if you can see that. That'll help dry the glue. But if you let it dry naturally, it'll give you a much better cut. You want to put that on there. sure you can get into that little nipple I showed you, because that's going to assure you that the heel is fastened properly. Okay. Now, I always put an extra nail because I don't want my customers to lose a heel, fall down, anything like that. So I'll put just an extra nail in here just to be sure. Sometimes there's a little nub, little piece of metal in there, so you don't want to hit that. There we go. So we're gonna just assure you, shouldn't have a lot of nails in there, but just to be sure, I'm gonna put. Then what I do is take my handy box cutter and I'll actually trim off some of the excess rubber that way. It's just so I don't have to work as hard or work my machine as hard. Okay. Once you do that, get it nice and trimmed. Just you see that? Now we're gonna bring it to our finisher and we're gonna trim this heel. Your heel done. Let's say you want to clean any excess glue, but I have a solution for that as well. And you just repeat the same step on the next shoe. I'll show you again in case you missed something. You're gonna take your razor. You're just gonna cut off the excess. You don't have to work the machine as hard. You have a good one. Now we have the heels done. That'll be the finishing product. Nice new heel. Still just a little damp, but you pretty much see what we do here.